Hello everybody, welcome back to Gyandan. Today is the 8th day of 30 days to a more powerful vocabulary. Quick vocabulary builder. Our English speech is a reservoir of the classical languages. It has taken over to itself and has absorbed for its own use more than 1/4 of the entire Greek language and more than 50% of the entire Latin language. It is obvious, then, that a knowledge of Greek and Latin stems is invaluable in any program of vocabulary building. In the exercises ahead, we will take English words apart and will show how you can easily identify and define hundreds of words that you may never have seen before. Number 1. The Greek stem gamos, which literally means marriage, usually appears as an ending in English in the form gamy. This has given rise to a large word family. Monogamy, mon, og, me. The Americans practice monogamy and are a monogamous. Mon, og, mus, race. This, of course, means a system of marriage where a husband has only one wife. The term comes from two Greek words, monos, one, and gamos, marriage. Bigamy, big, me. A bigamist, as you remember, is a man with two wives. Here we have a common combination of two languages. Bi means two in Latin, and combined with gamos, we therefore have two marriages. Number 3, polygamy. Po, lig, me. This means several wives to one husband, as formerly practiced by the Mormons in Utah. Such married people were polygamists. Polygamist. Poly in Greek means many. Misogamist. Me. This term means hatred of marriage, and a person who holds his views is known as a misogamist. Misos, when translated from the Greek, means hatred. Now notice how the above Greek and Latin stems will branch out and lead to still more new words. Monotheism. Mon, o, the, zim. The as in think. This is the philosophy of the monotheist who believes in one God. Greek monos combined with theos, signifying God. Bicuspid. Bicuspid. A tooth with two prongs on the lower end to it. You have already learned the transplantation of bi. Cuspid is from Latin cuspis, meaning point. Polyglot. Glot. Glotta is a Greek for tongue or language. So the polyglot is one who speaks many tongues or many languages. Misanthropy. Misanthropy. Anthropos in Greek. Anthropos in Greek means man. We have then the hatred of man or of mankind. Misanthrope. Therefore, is anyone who has morbid aversion to or distrust of his fellow men. Still more discoveries can be made with the roots that you have learned. Theology. The-ol-o-g. The as in think is the knowledge of God and religion. To theos, we add the Greek ending logia, which means knowledge. The usual way that logia appears in English words is the form of logi. Philanthropy. Phil and throw P. is the direct opposite of misanthropy. Philanthropy means the love of mankind, the root anthropos, which you already know is combined with the Greek word philos, meaning love of. A philanthropist, then, who gives money to the poor, is literally a lover of his own fellow men. Now if we are to combine the two new stems in the above section, we have anthropology, anthropology, which you can now interpret as the knowledge of man or the history of the human race, and philology, philology, which should mean love of knowledge, which is what it did mean in Greek. Later it came to mean more specially love of words and the study of language, and is usually used today in that sense. Now you have an ownership in 9 important Greek or Latin stems, which in their usual English forms are mono means one, bi, two, poly, many, miso, hatred of, gami, marriage, theo, God, anthropo, man, philo, love of, logi, knowledge or study. Can you qualify as a good word detective? Keep in mind the 9 stems we have just discussed and try to arrive at the meanings of the following words. Guess intelligently and only refer back to the roots if you have to. Write your meaning in the blank. Answers. If you still haven't answered the questions, go back, pause the video and keep answering the questions. Many Englishmen wear monocles, monocles, which means lens for one eye. Mono means one, and ocles seems to be related to eye. So it's a lens for one eye. He delivered an interesting monologue. Again, mono here means one, and log means a speech. So speech by one person. He has a monopoly of the trade. Trade, monopoly. Mono again means one, and trade could be related to market. So it is controlled by one person of the market. He lives in a monastery. Monastery. Mono means one, and astri is a place. So place where people live alone. Number 5. He is riding a bicycle. bicycle. Bicycle, bi means two, so a vehicle of two wheels. Man is biped, by, two, ped, biped. Ped means feet. Man is a creature with 2 feet. France and England made a bilateral agreement. Bi means two, lateral means sided. France and England made a two-sided agreement. 8. A rectangle is a polygon. Pol-e-gon. Poly means many. And a polygon is a many-sided figure. A misogynist, mis-og-in-nist, shuns the company of women. A misogynist is a hater of women. Miso means to hate. Androgynist, you can relate it to gynecology, is a hater of women. Number 10. Romans practiced polytheism. Polytheism. The as in think. Poly means many, and theism, you can relate it to atheism. So it's belief in many gods. Number 11. The apotheosis. Apotheosis. The as in think of Hitler by German people. Theo means God. Raising to godhood is apotheosis. The president's wonderful stamp collection is the envy of philatelists. Phil-8-L-lists. Phil means love of. Lovers, hence collectors of stamps. The anthropoid apes are similar in appearance to humans. Anthropoid is study of humans, so anthropoid is man-like. Biology, biology, is a fascinating science. Biology has logy, which means study of. So this is the study of life. England is a monarchy. Monarchy. We have mon here, which means one. So monarchy is a country where one person rules. Number 4. It will be very good practice for you, if you will, to check over and pronounce out loud the words you have learned. So pronounce with me. Gamy, marriage. Monogamy. Bigamy. Polygamy. Misogamy. 2. Mono means one. Monotheism. Monogamy. Monoclo. Monologue. Monopoly, monastery, monarchy. 3. Bi, which means two. Bigamy, bicuspid, bicycle, biped, bilateral. Number 4. Poly, which means many. Polygamy, polyglot, polygon, polytheism. Number 5. Miso, hatred of. Misogamy, misogynist, misanthropy. Number 6. Theo, which means God. Theology, monotheism, apotheosis. Anthropo, which means man. Misanthropy, anthropoid, anthropology. Philanthropy. Number 8. Philo, which is related to love of. Philology. Philatelist. Philanthropy. Number 9. Logy, which is associated with knowledge or study of. Biology. Theology. Philology. Anthropology. We believe that scientific methods used in this chapter of breaking up words into their component parts and then tracing them to their roots will show you a quick and simple way to learn many new words. The object of this book, you see, is not merely to help you enlarge your vocabulary, but to offer you various practical hints that will make it easier for you to go on with this work long after you have finished the last page. This was the end of chapter 8. To be continued. Thank you for watching the video. Like, share, subscribe.